Welcome to Chess and Lattes, and today we're gonna win with the Nc3, Nf3 traps. You can call it the Knight Tango, the Knight Duo, Combo, and which games we're gonna use for that? Only the very best. Carlsen's games, Nakamura's, Naroditsky, and let's not forget Bortnik, a great player with many opening traps.
No, I get paired against Hikaru instead. It's not a bad pairing for content, but I was really hoping for Duda. Oh my god. A3. Are you for real? Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Now I go C5. You're gonna go H4? Oh, I hope it goes H4. Then I'm gonna go Knight F6, E5, then Knight H5, and it's just gonna be hit with the accelerated rat. Which
might also... No, E5? Alright. Hopefully here we'll get a chance to play the mainline 4-knight scotch. Knight F3. Knight C3. Hopefully he goes Knight F6. Whoa, another 5 from Dr. Lord Mayonnaise. Thank you.
Okay, before we show all the traps, and there are gonna be many, which openings we're gonna cover? The Caro-Kann, the Sicilian, and many others. Pirc Modern on your left, and 1 E4, 2 knights or 4 knights variation on your right. Let's go. The Caro-Kann. So how does Nakamura defeat his opponent with a Knight Tango? Here, most players with black take on E4. Hikaru here always playing Knight G3. Now, black likes to attack and play H5. We have the H4, H3 that was played in that game. Hikaru developed the bishop, H4, knight retreats, and now blacks go for the attack, H3. Now Hikaru blocks. Now you may say, well, that pawn here with the rook, that's an alpha 0, stockfish idea. Is that dangerous for white? Not at all. So the game continues. And here, what is a natural move? Well, with the pawn on H3 here, these squares are all weak. So what did black do? Of course, trying to continue the attack with a bishop on G4. Is that a good move or is that a blunder? Let's ask Hikaru.
I actually might be winning here. This is weird. Yeah, I'm gonna win. Unbelievable.
And here we go. It's a blunder because of knight E5. And if you take the queen, checkmate for you. And if you retreat the bishop, we take here, no matter what you do, checkmate. Again, beautiful trap. So because you're attacking F7 and G4, right? A very nice knight trap. Black retreated the bishop. We take. And here, very tricky move. Queen D3. Black took. And we finish the game with checkmate against the king. 15 move. What a nice trap by Hikaru Nakamura. There are two other tricks I like to show in beating the Caro-Kann using the 2 knights traps. So we've seen knight f6 and how to play against that. What about bishop f5? That's also a very natural move in the Caro-Kann. You may face that move. So here we continue h4, h6 to prepare an escape for the bishop on g6, right? And here, knight e5. So here the best move would be queen d6, but after d4, you have a very nice game and the two bishops, and you would still attack the queen and have a better game. But most players over here, they fall for the trap, meaning that they like to keep that bishop alive. So they do bishop h7, which is often played in other variations of the Caro-Kann. And now, queen h5, threatening checkmate over here, so they do g6, and now you don't even move the queen, bishop c4, because here, once again, we have a nice checkmate, so of course they cannot take the queen and play e6. At that point, you have to move the queen, but the queen is here, or even f3 would be good. And what's black to do? If you do 97, boom, sack, and you're gonna take on e6. It's winning on the spot. So here, if you do knight f6, same thing. And here, you're gonna be completely winning with checkmate. So after queen e2, the best move is queen e7, but you're gonna be completely winning. Many moves are possible. Knight e4 is super strong for white. So that's a nice trap. Knight e5, very nice playing against the bishop f5 line. To finish the Caro-Kann overview, Hikaru won with another trap in this line. So he played Nc3 here, and black tried to defend the bishop on f5 like that. So b4, and of course the queen cannot take here because then you will lose the bishop. And here, Hikaru has the pair of bishops and is already castling and better. Black fought to attack Hikaru by playing g5. That's a grandmaster playing with the black pieces and go for the attack. But of course, that did not work. h5, so trying to attack and win against Hikaru. Bishop g3, the queen moves. Bishop c1, attacking. Queen moved here. This is all forced, and now Hikaru just played rook e1. Now black play h4, trying to come for checkmate, right? If you open the h5, we're gonna win. But the side winning is white. And here Hikaru Nakamura shows his class, play bishop f1, the queen on h3 is trapped, and black resigned the game. There's actually no way to attack without the queen. So once again, excellent way to win against the Caro-Kann, surprising your opponents. Let's move to a different opening now. And now let's feature Daniel Naroditsky games against the modern or Pirc Defense. So once again, we have the two knights proudly being developed. And here black, Grandmaster Minlay, goes with knight c6. So now it's time to display a pro tip. There are two ways that black can play this opening, modern or Pirc Defense. Either delays castling and trying to attack you, or play castle right away. And the plan is different in each case for white. So in this game, black is not castling. So what's gonna be the idea for white is gonna be to play e4, e5 as quickly as possible. And then that's gonna help us attack. Let me demonstrate. We do bishop e3, and now Naroditsky play bishop g3, black goes for the attack. And every time black is going for the attack, e4, e5 is the key idea. Now that knight here has to move. Now that bishop here attacks along this diagonal. And now we have a pawn on e5. what is a logical threat that white can do right away? Congratulations, you find a move, but e4, e6 is destroying black's position. All right, black has to take. Now Danya play knight g5. If you let that knight come in here, that's gonna be really game over real soon. So black defends, and now the last move of the game. Can you spot a double attack? Congrats if you found the move. Queen f3. Threat number 1. Threat number 2, winning that knight. And black cannot defend. Now let me show you a different trap, very useful against the modern defense. We develop our 2 knights, and now notice that black is in no hurry to castle, but attacks with b5. That's very important because if you were to play the standard moves, long castle, black will attack you right away. So what is the right idea here? Just like in the first game I showed you, e5. Now bishop b7 played, and here you have a very nice game. Queen e2. Now the knight on g8 cannot develop easily because of that pawn. So knight h6 is a move. Bishop come here, create a lot of pressure. Castle finally, and long castle. This position is much better for white. Black tried to attack. Here, knight f6 is crushing. Attacking the knight, so the knight comes back. And here you are already winning with the white pieces. Let me just show you on d5, you would take like that. But if you try to take, this will be winning. The bishop retreats. Knight g4 wins. And if you take, we're gonna win with bishop f6. So very nice track. On bishop g5, d5, this wins as well. Why is that? h3, and the knight has nowhere to go. If you come here, once again, knight e5, threatening to come here, and you would take like that, you are winning on the spot. So something to remember, in this kind of position, you go for e5, followed by bishop e4. But now let's see what to do if black decides to castle quickly. That's my second pro tip of the day. Alright, we have our 2 knights developed, so we just carry on. And here black castles. So right now we're gonna castle as well. Black is doing 97, very typical of this opening. And we go for the plan that we've seen before, e5. Now that means that the knights have to move and they're gonna be disrupted. And now what's the follow-up? e6, destroying black's positions. We're attacking on e6, and now black cannot defend like that because I would lose the queen on the spot. So rook f6 is the only way to defend e6. And after knight e4, white won the game and black resigned. The reason is if you try to move like that, you're losing the queen. So always remember, e5 is a very strong idea. Now let's see a second example. Here black castle quickly, and we're using the second idea, which is very important. We're trying to trade the bishop because black has castled, and we're gonna have some sort of attack on the h5. Now black is trying to counterattack on the queen side. But notice that here, white hasn't castled yet. And here, the player with the white pieces attacks the bishop move. And now that we exchanged the dark square bishop, what is the second idea with the two knight variations? You guessed it. Once again, e4, e5, attacking the knight is a winning idea. The knight retreats. And here, what is the follow-up? e6. Black tries to defend the position, but there's virtually no way. Because if you were to take like that, I have knight e6, forking two pieces at once. Black tried rook c8, but black resigned. The reason here, you have a totally crushing position, and you're threatening to win here, to come here, to do rook h e1, and black didn't want to continue the game and resign on the spot. So that was for the modern defense. And now let's switch gears and play again the Sicilian defense. And that's gonna be exciting. It's again a Naroditsky game, but Carlsen has played Nc3 as well. Now we have our two knights, and black decide to block any play by playing e5. So here Dania comes up with a great plan, which is rerouting the knight and controlling d5. Seems slow, but works very well. And that was Naroditsky's idea, having a firm grip on the d5 square. So black tried b5. An excellent move by white, bishop d5, attacking the rook move. And here we'll move 13. And Daniel plays c3, black 2, white takes back, and black resign because the knight here is trapped. What a nice trick, winning with the two knights variation. Now, when you play against a Sicilian, you may face players willing to play d6 instead of knight c6. You play the same, and here, most likely they are playing knight f6. Why is that? Because if you play d4, now they could play the knight off, which is a well-known opening and they're prepared. But this is where here, on knight f6, you do not play d4, but you play a side variation, which is e5, and there's so many tricks that you can set up for your opponent in this variation. Here, g3. So black thought they would counter and attacking both the queen and the knight. We take, and here, very nice idea, bishop g5. What a nice trap. So queen take h1 and you're down a rook. Long castle. And now what? Well, black has to be very careful. Bishop b5 check, wins the queen, but also we have a direct threat of queen d8. So the only way to defend and to do bishop d7, because now we no longer have a check and we no longer have checkmate, but we win right away with bishop f6 take. And now if you were to take back like that, checkmate in 1. If you take with that pawn, we have checkmate in 1. So in this position, the only way to defend for black to bring back the queen. But now we do bishop g2. Very nice tactics, because once again, the queen cannot leave the defense of the d7. So here you have queen e6 to try to defend, and you win easily. Trying to defend against winning the queen, attacking, and here black can try check, you simply come here and black cannot take the knight because you have checkmate, so the variation goes like that. Let's continue. And here this position is completely won for white. You have better positions. You're gonna win a6, push your pawns. You have no back rank, checkmate, and you are winning despite the opposite bishops. So that may be the longest variation in this video, but once again, the key move is bishop g5. In the game I was following, black wasn't paying attention and played e6 here, and then there was bishop f6, and then they realized that taking here would bring trouble. They tried to do an intermediate move, but that was very sad because of queen d8, and you checkmate at move 12. So once again, in this position, very nice tactics. Bishop g5 wins for white, no matter what black tries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to show a lot of different ideas, but maybe I'll show one more idea against e4, e5 before I close this session. And let me show you one last trick featuring the two knights tango. So this has been played by many players, including Carlsen himself. But here we go, trying to do the Petrov or Russian defense. We say no thank you. And here we have the 4 knights variations. So bishop b5, note that I've also shown on my channel that this may be a very nice idea, the Belgrade gambit. But today, let me just demonstrate a different trap. So here bishop c5 is very logical. We castle, castle. And now we surprise our opponent. We're taking on e5. Black takes, and we play d4. So here possibly black could take here, but we don't care. We play queen d4 and we have an attack. But in this game, black tried to do bishop d6. And now f4. What a move, right? Black didn't know what to do, but if black tried knight c6, e5 would be the right move. And maybe black could have tried to move the knight here, but we have e5. And here we do f5 with the very nice positions. Nevertheless, in the game here, black didn't know what to do and played knight g6. And black is waiting for us to take our piece back, right? Capture here. But not so fast. We keep pushing f5. What an awesome position, right? So here, black tried to move the knight. So knight h4 like that. Maybe knight e8 was slightly better, but we are still crushing with white. At any rate, knight h4 played. Knight g5. And now, what is black doing with that knight? So knight, black went to grab a pawn, no big deal. And now what, right? That we're threatening rook f4, winning the knight. So queen f6 played. And here one move 16 only and queen g4. And here black resigned. We're defending this pawn. We're threatening bishop g5. And that knight here is stranded. So I leave you with that position. Queen g4 and white wins. But the star move of this whole variation here, you're not ready to capture back. You're doing f4. What a position, what a trap. And I hope you enjoyed that one. And with that, I can really close out this video. Feel free to drop a like, post your comments. Let me know if you'd like me to feature other variations or if you use this trap in your own games. And I'll see you in the next one.